So we've been talking about stepping into and creating a version of life that we would absolutely love, especially in the areas where we have been stuck. We're not getting the results that we want. So where do we start with that? You have to be a seeker. That's a prerequisite. You have to ask, you have to long, you have to stay curious. Life cannot bring us anything that we are not asking for. And life, you also have to know that you are a creator. Okay. At the end of the day, whether you like it or not, if you woke up this morning, if you're breathing, life still wants something through you, and you are creating some version of life. If you say, I'm just going to stay home, well, you're going to stay home and you're going to create a day at home. Okay. We are always creating, whether deliberately or by design. Now that is all up to you. But knowing that we can create any kind of life that we want, okay, we can take this superpower of ours called our attention and direct it in service of bringing about the results that we want. Why don't we do it? Well, because we're stuck. We've been taught what to think, and this amazing servant of ours, okay, that has automated everything for us is now saying, wait a minute, master, you wanted this, and it's harder for us to convince it otherwise. It's hard for us to steer that ship in the direction of what it is that we do want. So what do we have to do? We have to exercise this part of us now, just like we take our physical bodies to the gym. Okay, if you want to build muscle slowly, what do? We lift less weight, lighter weight, and we do more repetitions. Okay, so we have to take this invisible part of us to the gym as well. We have to exercise this invisible muscle of awareness. How do we do that? We looked at an exercise where you can wear a watch where it sounds, the alarm sounds, and you ask yourself periodically throughout the day, where was I? Okay, and checking in and becoming aware of where you live. What are you focusing on at the end of the day? Another way is, all you gym buffs know that if you want to build muscle quicker, what do? We take ourselves to the gym, get heavier weight, less reps. Just like that, building this muscle of awareness quickly, if you can catch yourself in high emotions and push pause on yourself and become aware, that is huge. You're just taking yourself from lifting 5 pounds to 20, and it is an amazing exercise if you can do it. I will never forget my older daughter whenever she went from elementary school to middle school. Middle school was no joke, and my poor baby was having a tough time, and to a point her first 2 weeks were horrible. She was going to bed at midnight and barely getting her homework and her chores done, barely making it through, and she was exhausted at the end of the day. One day she came home and she lost it. She barely made it through dinner, tears. She's just, Mom, I can't do this. I can't carry AP classes. I can't do my chores and have sports. It's just too much. Tomorrow I'm going to have to make a decision. And to a point, she was just had herself so revved up, she couldn't even make it through doing her homework. And as a mom, it was breaking my heart. So I told her, I said, hon, you know what? I know you're not going to listen to me, because anything I said in that moment, okay, her logic had proof against me. It had her homework, it had her chores, it had her sports, and there was no way it was going to allow her to receive anything I had to say. So I said, forget about consoling her. I had to go around her defense system. So I told her, I said, I know you're not going to listen to me. Do me a favor. Can you just remember what your mind is telling you about your tomorrow? She said, oh, Mom, it's not my mind. I know my tomorrow is going to be horrible, Mommy, okay? Just stop it. I know it's going to be horrible. I said, okay, it's going to be horrible. Just remember that. She said, okay, I'll remember that. Next day came, she walks in and she is just smiling. And I said, oh, how was your day? Oh, Mom, it was great. I knew exactly what to do. I figured it all out. My day was wonderful, and on and on. And of course, I'm smiling ear to ear inside. And I asked her, I said, hey, I asked you to remember something last night, okay? And she said, yes. And I said, well, was your mind lying to you last night, or was it telling you the truth about your day? She said, Mom, it was lying to me. And I said, well, did anything come out of it? She said, no. Actually, it took me longer to do my homework. And what was so amazing about this is that a couple of weeks later, she's sitting in the car, I'm driving, and here goes her mind. She's on a rant, and her mind is having its way with her. And she's ranting, and all of a sudden I hear complete silence. And I look over at her and she looks at me and she says, oh my gosh, Mom, it's doing it again. And I told her, yes, and it's going to do it often, okay? Negativity is going to be our constant companion through life, whether we like it or not. Negative thoughts are going to come in, but believe it or not, they are there to serve us as well. The most profound saying is by Einstein, okay? He said that one of the most important decisions you can make in your day is whether you believe you live in a friendly or a hostile universe. And I'm going to tell you, it serves us this much. Okay, absolutely nothing. It does not do us any good to believe we live in a hostile universe. I will guarantee, okay, and I can vouch for you, we live in an amazingly friendly, abundant, loving universe. Even when life gives us negativity, okay, it is there to remind us of the creators that we are. Just like we would not know light if we did not have darkness, okay? Darkness is there to remind you that there is a switch, turn it on. There is no point sitting in the darkness and there is no productivity. You can't see anything in the darkness. So it's a reminder, turn on the light so that you can see, okay? You get a short time in this life. Don't spend it in darkness. It will start to, you'll start embodying it. Then you'll start waking up depressed, and before you know it, it takes over. Then we have to get on medication and on and on. So try and see if you can reach for that switch, especially whenever you get high emotions. Okay, if you can push pause and say, wait a minute, no more of this. It is the best time to ask yourself, what would I love instead? If you can do that, bravo to you. And if you can't, write down what your mind is telling you. Write it down. What kind of day is it? What kind of predictions is it telling you you're going to have? Okay, and use that. Use that and build proof against that negative mindset of yours. Because next time it comes around, you know, you can say, liar, liar, you lied to me the last 100 times. I know you're lying again. It's easier for you to believe now. You got proof. Because our negativity sometimes has proof against us. It has our bank account, our you know, the color of our skin, our whether you are a man, woman, our sexuality. It comes and throws so much at us. So it's good to build proof against it as well. Okay, it's just like another human being. What if you had a human being in your life that was lying to you constantly? Pretty soon you stop believing it, okay? You may stay friends with it, but say, dude, I'm not believing you anymore. So just like that, practice this. I hope these exercises help you to reflect back to you your greatness and how wonderful you are. You have complete control of what kind of life that you create. So do that, and thank you for everybody who's emailed me. I greatly appreciate it. I will continue to address concerns and your questions the best that I can. I've got my email listed now here below, so I hope that you guys email me. I hope to hear from you. And with that being said, to your greatness.